All right, so this is the calculator app that is on your computers. You can always use this on your computers, or again, is the same calculator that you guys have in class. So I'm going to show you how to plug in the exact numbers for question 1 and 2 from the notes. And again, I show you guys a picture of the most important keys that you guys are going to be using. We're going to be putting exponents. And for question number 2, the only important thing that we have to remember is that we have to move the arrow to the right in order for us to keep going with the equation. All right, let's get started with question number 1, which the function was 4 to the power of x. And if you have your notes with you, you'll follow along. So obviously we are going to press menu, we are going to add the calculator, and we are going to get started. You had you have 4 to the power of x. To do the power, again, I show you we're going to use this little arrow that points out next to 4. There's 2 little buttons right there. We're going to push the one that's an arrow, and as you can see, I click on it and it turned red. And it opened up a little box as the exponent. That's how you know that you are working on the exponent on the right hand corner, that little number that's going to go there. Well, you're going to plug in -2, but remember, every time we plug in negative numbers, you have to put in parentheses. The parentheses are down here in the bottom. As you can see, I click on it and it turns red. So it's -2. Don't forget, negative numbers are using this negative sign that's under 3. And as you can see, it's in red right now. And we're going to put 2. We're going to close the parentheses and go ahead and press enter. Your answer is going to be a fraction. And I said it in the video that whenever you guys have a fraction, we need to turn it into a decimal because we are going to be graphing it. Therefore, we need to switch it. How do you switch it? You're going to do control, okay, the one that I just did in red, and then enter, okay? It's one at a time. You cannot press them at the same time. So that's going to be your answer. I wanted to show you the other way that you can get the decimal, okay? And that is by doing the same thing again. I'm going to do the next one is 4 and to the power of -1. So -1, okay? Before I even press enter, let me do control and then enter, okay? That way you don't have to do the extra step of switching it to a decimal. So you won't get the answer in a fraction, so you don't have to switch it. All right? So once again, if you forget to do the control enter before, it's going to give you a fraction. Just do it again, do control enter, and it will give you the decimal. Okay, but you can also do it before you even press enter. Okay, so let me do that again. 4 to the power of parentheses -2. Okay, I'm just doing it again, close parentheses. Before I even press enter, I'm going to do control and enter. Okay, so you see how it gave me the decimal right away? I didn't give me the fraction anymore, just gave me the decimal. So you could do either way. Just remember that to switch it to to decimals, you go control enter. All right, so that's how you get the answers for the rest of the problems. Let me move on to question number 2. Question number 2 is almost the same thing. We're going to put 2 to the power of x plus 1. All right, the key here is that we need to do that plus 1 outside of the exponent. And what the calculator does for you automatically is that it will add it to the exponent. The plus 1 is not on the exponent, it's outside of it. So here we go. We're going to do 2 to the power of -2. So I'm going to put parentheses -2. Oops, I forgot the 2. Close parentheses. And if you notice, the little dash line is still on your exponent. If I do plus 1, because that's what's next, you'll notice that it's adding it to the -2. Okay, I do not want that. So after you are done putting the exponent, you're going to have to do the right click. Okay, and as you can see, I switch my little dash to the right. And if you notice, look at the dash. It goes from small to bigger. Small means that you are in the exponents. bigger, that means that you're outside the exponent. So now we can go ahead doing plus 1. All right, so as you can see, the plus 1 is not on the exponent anymore, it's outside of it. And that's what the equation represents, okay? The plus 1 is outside of it. Once you are done, make sure you press enter. Once again, if you get a fraction, you just do control enter. And there you go, that's your answer for the first part. Let me do one more and I think we should be done. So I'm going to do 2 to the power, what's the next one? Negative 1. And again, I'm just following along with the notes. Negative 1. Close parentheses, move the arrow to the right, and do the plus 1. Do control enter just to avoid any fractions right away if you want to. And you get 1.5. So that's your answer. And you can keep going with the table on your own. Go ahead and plug it into the calculator and you should be able to get the answer. So once you have the answers, you can then go ahead and graph them. Once again, if this video was not helpful, let me know and I can always help you.